1051.
It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Got a special guest with us this morning. He has a #1 record out right now.
Word.
Mr. August Alsina. Good morning, sir.
What's poppin', man? How you doing?
So were you born in the month of August?
Nah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, his father's name is August.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he born in the month of
that?
August?
Huh?
How you know that?
We do research.
That's cool.
Was he born in the month of August?
Nah, my grandpa name was August too.
Oh, so you're like August the 3rd.
Now I'm a junior, but I never really knew my pops or my grandpa like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your pop's name was August.
Yeah.
Your grandfather's name was August.
Yeah, but my grandfather middle name was different. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That would still make him August the 3rd, wouldn't it?
No,
Nope.
because first and middle name has to be the same.
Okay. Gotcha.
But your father did pass away when you were pretty young.
Yeah, like Katrina days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you from New Orleans?
Yeah.
I hear the accent.
Yeah.
Okay. You signed a Dream?
No.
Yeah, so why did everybody think that you were signed? No, everybody did think that you were signed to the Dream because the first time I saw you perform, it was a showcase that Dream was doing, and they were like, "This is Dream's new artist, August Alsina."
Nah, you know what, man? Dream, he played a big part in my career. When I went to Def Jam, he's an A&R up there, and he works at Def Jam, and he gave an okay, on my project. Like,
cosign.
Yeah, like I rock with him.
Okay.
Did he give you beats? Did he write for you?
Nah.
Yeah, Dream ain't trying to help nobody that much. Dream trying to get back to his King R&B status.
Dream the homie, but my situation was, it really was, pretty much together before I even came into the building. You heard me? It was what it was. My album, it was finished before I walked into Def Jam, so.
Was it like a
okay.
bidding war for you?
I mean, we was between a few different labels, but I really, honestly, man, I really didn't come into the game for that. Like, I didn't come in it for that because I know that if I do what I'm supposed to do, money gonna come.
That's
period.
what TLC thought too.
Hey,
3 RAV4s later.
Exactly.
I didn't get to see that movie.
It was a good movie.
It's a hard movie for a recording artist. I mean, it turned out well, I guess. Yeah, it did.
It did.
Yeah.
Now, I see that for you, like being raised and everything in New Orleans, you didn't come from a family where anybody was a musician. Like normally, you started singing at a young age. Usually when that happens, it's because somebody in your family, played an instrument, was in a band, sang in a church, but nobody in your family had any musical connection.
Right, not at all.
So you just, out of nowhere, how did you even know you could sing?
I didn't know. Honestly, I was watching, and nobody believed me when I tell people this, but I was watching Sister Act 2. I heard Lauryn Hill singing.
Oh, boy.
And I said I wanted to do that, and I just did it. I started doing it.
Were you good, like, right away, or is
Not
that...
at all.
So people could really just learn how to sing and not be good at it?
I don't know if it was, I don't know. It had to be.
You got to have a little bit of the pipes,
yeah,
though.
you got somewhat of it. And you know what? I think that I remember, for the small time I was around my pops, I kind of remember him humming a little bit, so it could be, it could come from him. I just don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
You're the first person I ever heard say they was influenced positively by a movie. Most young black kids be like, "Oh, I saw Juiced and I bought me a 38. Saw New Jack City, wanted to sell crack. Saw Scarface, wanted to buy a key."
I mean,
You had those
that
influences too growing
of course,
up, though.
That too.
Yeah, because, I was reading up on you and I didn't know a lot of different things about you growing up in New Orleans, and it was pretty rough for you. Like, you said you had an older brother that you used to run with. You got kicked out of the house, at a young age. And really, you said when your brother passed away, that's what made you decide to sing?
Yep.
And get out the street.
I mean, because we was, I would be a fool. I would be an idiot for something like that to happen right in front of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with your brother?
My brother got murdered about 3 years ago now. But, it felt like yesterday, bro.
Right.
But, just from the way I was living, and I mean, I was, the typical dude. I thought that I was going to be the king in my hood when it came to selling dope.
Right.
I mean, when everybody around you doing that, you heard me? Like, that's what you you think that this is what's cool to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't know nothing else to do, all my family doing it, all my brothers, this all I know. Every day I wake up, you smoke weed, you sell dope, cook dope, and you just go outside and do your thing. And that's what I thought it was until, it took that to wake me up.
What they say, smart people learn from their own mistakes, wise people learn from the mistakes of others.
I believe that.
Because that could have went either way. You could have said, okay, I want to...
It could have been, either way. And of course, it was thoughts in my head like, man, I'm going to go kill these.
Yeah. Not want to seek revenge.
Because I learned that success is a greater revenge on a lot of people. and it wouldn't be nothing but, you know, I got people that can handle that, bro. You know, I don't gotta go do it myself, but you know, and it is taken care of. So you know.
And he wouldn't tell you if it did, Charlamagne. He wouldn't go and say, I done got him back,
He just
Charlamagne.
said they're taking care of, so now I have to ask. What do you mean by
you
that?
can take that how you want it.
They dead?
You can take it out.
Charlamagne.
So you want him to stitch on himself, man?
He already kind of did. He just,
So how is it now when you go back home? Are people happy for your success? Are there a lot of people that are asking you for money or favors or?
Of course. I
but
mean,
you only got one record, though. You got to tell them slow down.
Yeah, but and that's a lot of people get it twisted, man. But perception is reality for some people.
For some people, absolutely.
When you don't know about, you know, you see a video on TV, you hear the song on the radio, and people think, oh, he rich. Like, you should take care of me, my mama, buy me a house, buy me a car. You hear me? They want me to do things for them that I ain't did for myself yet. And I think that is crazy.
All you got to do is say, look, have you seen the TLC movie? I'm not going to have no money till my second album.
He got to see the movie first, too.
He got to watch the movie
really
first.
fully understand that.
Now, the first thing people would say, since you're from New Orleans, how come you didn't sign with YMCA and B Baby or Wayne and them?
I mean, initially, that's where I really wanted to be. In my heart of all hearts, that's where I wanted to be at.
But what happened?
And I met with Baby and Slim about 4 times, actually, before I ever went to Def Jam. And I honestly waited around for about a year for that to happen. But I think that, you know, when you caught up into something, you focused on it. And there's nothing that can take your focus, you know, away from it until you ready. And that's what it was. And I got the spirit of a hustler, man. And me and Baby cool. That's like my uncle, so he understand. And he understood. I had to keep it moving because I can't wait on nobody.
It might have been a better move for you.
You think so?
I mean, a lot of people say they haven't got paid from them for a while. I mean, but it could be.
Some people say they never seen a check.
That's
I mean,
right.
think about all those guys they got on their roster that ain't never coming up.
You know what, though,
They ain't
man?
never been up.
Honestly, it's just about you, man, and it's about what you do. All you need is, man, it's a YMCMB tag. I don't need nobody to do nothing for me.
And that's very true. As long as you can handle it yourself,
That's
if
it,
you're
man.
a hustler, you're going to make it come out
Believe that.
because
You gonna make it
everybody's
happen.
demanding it.
Yeah.
And Def Jam ain't no play label. That's a
Not at all.
historic label to
And
have on your back.
I'm very happy where I'm at.
Did you anticipate that this song was going to be as big as it was? I Love This,
No.
number 1?
No.
You got to have more confidence, man.
No, and I do. I'm very confident, but this is the thing. I knew what it could be, but I guess you just never think like that. I mean, I knew it was my first single, and according to Def Jam, I knew that this was what I wanted people to hear from me from the beginning. When I first recorded it, it's what I wanted people to hear from me the first thing, because it's me and it's honest to who I am. But I guess you just never know, man. You never know. And it was honestly supposed to just be a buzz single. You just we was just gonna shoot a video to it, and then we dropped the video, and we saw the response, and the streets did that itself.
I mean, y'all took out Robin Thicke, though. Robin Thicke was number 1. You took Robin Thicke's spot.
Hey.
And that doesn't normally happen for a brand new artist, debut song, first single to go to number 1.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
It is.
How did the Trey Songz Chris Brown collaboration come about?
Trey, man, I was in VA, and it's funny because that's where they from. I was in VA and just finished the show, and Trey reached out and was like, man, I rock with you, I'm a fan, I salute, and you that new kid on the block, and that's what it is, and I want to do anything I could do to help. He sent over the verse, I checked it out, I was like, man, it would be crazy to get Chris on here. I'm cool with some of Chris' friends, and I just had everybody on my end reach out to his people, and he hit me, was like, man, I heard the song already, I heard the regular version, and so it's nothing, and he hopped on it the next day.
That's dope.
Well, they say you were with him in D.C. this weekend.
Yeah, we just had a party.
So you punched the guy in the nose.
No, indeed. But nah, you know what, man? Chris is a real good guy, man. That's a real good guy right there. That's a good guy.
Why do you think trouble always seems to come his way?
Hey, first of all, he's super successful, and I just talked to him this morning, and I think that, you know, a lot of times we get misjudged as artists, because at the end of the day, like, we men, and I know me, I'm not gonna tolerate it talking to me any type of way.
That's what you got goals for,
It's not
though.
gonna happen.
Because it comes to a certain point where you got to keep yourself out of trouble, and they got to
But-
keep you
but-
out
but
of
let
trouble.
him
You have
finish.
to
Let him
you have
finish.
to admit that people do target
But
Chris
let
Brown
him finish
and say crazy
I
stuff
was
to
saying
him
this
because
the other
they know.
day. Let him finish. Go ahead. We all men. Go ahead.
We men, and it's hard to tolerate, somebody just yapping at you. And no matter what position you in, I could be Obama, and I just can't deal with
He
that.
must listen to the show. I said that this other day.
Snipe him.
Man, but I'm a man, bro.
Exactly.
I'm a man, and it's only you can't say too much to me, man. Because if I treat you with respect, treat me the same way. You heard me? That's what it should be.
Well, you said before that one of the hardest parts of being in the spotlight is people just judging you, because you're not really doing the music just for people to try to please anybody or impress anybody.
Of course not.
Mm-hmm.
Of course not.
And you have some very personal songs. So do you write all your own stuff?
Yep, it's me. I've been rocking with the same guy by the name of Sean Penny. It's the exclusives since the very beginning. Before my deal, we write everything together.
Right.
So if I don't got it, he got it. If he don't got it, I got it. And I honestly feel like with music and just creatively, it's a blessing to be able to find somebody that you can match with like that. It's Drake and 40, it's Aaliyah and Timbaland. So it's a blessing to be able to have that. So yeah, that's my dude.
Yeah, because you had that song Downtown with Kid Kid, and that seems like a very personal song.
Very.
So you and Kid Kid know each other from
New Orleans? You know what I've just recently found out?
They just from New Orleans?
No, man. No. I was doing an interview and I didn't know Kid, growing up in New Orleans. I knew of him because, he had a name in the city. But it's actually a chick, a little thought, man, that we...
I used to bang the same chick. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure there's a lot of chicks that everybody,
Yeah.
I mean, it's in New Orleans. Y'all probably know the same people.
Of course, and New Orleans is small.
Kiki said he was the man in the city. He said he was the super thug. He used to lay people down.
Right, really?
Did he say that?
Yeah, when he was here.
I don't remember.
That was the part of the interview we took out, Charlamagne.
Oh, we did? We did
We
that?
took that part out, yeah.
Yeah, they
Why?
Because he said some other stuff in there that we took that part out.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't watch the interview after you left here. I never do, Rick.
So wait, so how
This
did it
guy's
come up that
crazy.
y'all had the same chick?
I don't. Oh, he told me. He said the chick name, and I was like, oh.
Oh, he must
shit.
still like her. He trying to see if you still hitting it.
I got some brain, but I never hit her.
Oh
I
my
never
gosh.
Hit her. I never hit her.
Now, why is music spelled like that on your neck? It's spelled MYOOZIK.
Just something that I was. This was like one of my second tattoos, bro.
So you didn't know how to spell music yet.
I'm very young.
It happens.
Nah, man, I just was on my creative, just doing me, man. Just doing me. That's it.
You have a Wolverine tattoo. You have no right to ask anyone about anything.
But he's not spelled wrong. You could clearly tell it's Wolverine. I had to look at that 2 times to see what that was.
Well, just to give you some more insight into August, he also does cite Life Jennings as one of his influences.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Oh, man.
You need
What's
better
up with y'all,
influences.
man?
Like,
Oh,
Jennings
I
is
mess
crazy.
with Life Jennings, but Life
Yeah.
Jennings is a
Life
gold,
Jennings is
dog.
crazy.
Ain't nothing R&B about Life Jennings. Life Jennings can snap and go back to prison at any moment.
Shout out to Life, man. I rock with Life, man.
Life probably the only R&B shooter in the game.
Is that right?
Oh, you? Oh, no. And
Nah,
you. And you.
he said it
and
was
August. Yeah.
It inspired him.
Hey, man, I ain't saying nothing. Just don't play with me. Treat me with respect, and that's what it is.
Now, you met Life or something? Like, how did you?
I have.
Okay.
I have. I remember, like, when I first got on YouTube, I was covering a lot of his songs. So
He hit you up and said, hey, don't
Yeah.
play with me. Don't do that no more.
nah, man. Nah, he showed his respect. He showed, and I got a lot of love for Life, man, and his artistry. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Life crazy. So what's next for you, sir?
I got my EP in stores right now.
So why EP, not an album?
Because, man, I honestly just feel like it's a time for that, and the timing ain't right. I mean, of course, and people be like, well, you got the #1 record.
Yeah, you got #1 record.
That don't mean, man. It's a blessing, but that don't mean nothing.
It
Because I
does,
didn't
it
stop.
doesn't
Put
mean
Mario on
something.
if that don't
Stop
mean
it. It
nothing.
does
Stop
mean
it, man.
something.
Man.
Don't say
You
it
know how many
doesn't
people
mean
want a
anything.
#1 record?
Listen, I know how it's a lot of people that want
Yes.
a #1 record, but can you get another one? That's what I
That's
mean.
true.
I
When
mean,
I
I
say
think
it don't
EP's small
mean.
though, because the record right now is bigger than his face. Like the record, his name is big, but you don't know the face yet, so it's connecting the dots.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's just not time for an album. And I done seen people with a #1, they come up and be on top of the world. And then after that, we be like, well, where the hell they at?
Brick, yep.
So
you and Lloyd, they say you and Lloyd cool too.
yeah, that's my dog.
I saw you with Lloyd
day
in
one.
Atlanta.
Yep, at room service.
Yeah, we had room service.
Yep.
So how'd you end up in Atlanta? Did you get this split?
Angela, she was faded.
You hit that?
Maybe.
Shut up.
There you
Don't say
go.
that.
Y'all gave each other a look. I'm like, all right.
No,
man.
but he did eat on my wings. I had got some.
Wow,
Whoa.
I thought you were about to say something else. He did. He said, I just got some. I thought you were about to say, well, he did eat.
That's a code word. That's a code word right there.
Wow.
All right, he ate the box, all right?
Hey, Aug ain't eating no box.
Come on, August. Now,
That's a lie. We don't
no.
believe
Don't
you.
say that.
You don't
now.
eat the box?
Don't be that guy.
That's part of being
Listen,
an
how
R&B
old are you?
singer.
I just turned 21.
You'll be eating vagina.
And I'm
soon.
sure, you know, maybe down the line, but
So
I'm
you
not.
never ate the box before?
You
I
can't
have
have,
ate the
you
box.
can't have no EP
Maybe-
or song called Downtown and you don't do that. That's false advertising.
When I was your age, I used to say the same thing. You know, my older cousins told me, they said, what? By the time age of 26, you'll be eating butthole too.
Man,
Now he eat boho. Ask him.
man, you
You damn right.
Jesus. You know, come out of that.
That's what showers are for. You'll see. I guarantee you, about 5 years from now, you're going to be like, damn, Charlamagne told me I'd be eating that.
Man, but that don't clean.
That's gonna be the
inside,
first thing
though.
he's
That
thinking
don't
when he's
clean
down
inside.
It's okay. It ain't nothing.
So you got tongue.
Yes.
Wow.
Then I brush my teeth.
You know what?
Listen, you'll see.
Yeah.
You about to travel the world and see all these fine girls. You're going to be looking at a fine girl laying on her stomach and that ass going to be in the air and you're going to have no choice but to put your tongue in.
So they eat your ass too?
I've let a couple. I let them toss my salad.
Wow.
Listen, it's
You a
no,
G, man.
It's no greater
I don't know if
It's
he's
no
a G.
greater disrespect than that. A girl can say whatever she want about you and you can be like, yeah, but you ate my ass though. Ain't no greater disrespect than that, man. If a girl want to put her tongue in my nasty ass, who am I to
Oh
stop her?
my God, man.
So these are
You'll
things you have things to look forward to. You know, you eating ass, girls eating your ass.
I don't know if I look forward to it. I don't look forward to it, but
R. Kelly, he's probably one of your inspirations, right?
I rock with Kels.
Go back and watch that sex tape when he had that girl on that chair.
That's
and
how
he was eating her
pornography.
ass.
That's child
No,
pornography.
it wasn't.
Oh, no, that girl was of age.
Oh, yeah, that
Okay.
girl was of age. Yeah, yeah.
Go
Yeah, he
back
did
and watch that video.
Even if you fast forward it, it's still a long period of time.
Yeah, it's a lot of girls on that tape before that little girl. Watch when he was eating that girl.
Wow.
Amazing.
All right. August Alsina, we appreciate you for joining us today.
Anytime, man, anytime.
Some things you learned. Charlamagne eats ass. He has a doodle tongue. Anything else?
Now, when's the EP dropping? Life Under the
It's
Gun.
out
It's out now.
Oh, it's out.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You should have put out an EP. I ain't know it was out.
See what I'm saying?
You're right.
That means that,
No,
No,
More
but
than-
you know what? I saw August perform, and after I saw him perform, I went home and I was like, let me go listen to this guy's music. And I
Let me go
listened to the
look. I'm about to
mixtape.
get it on iTunes right now.
please do, brother.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club, Mr. August Alsina.
100.
Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club. Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
I hate the accent. Okay. You signed a dream.
No.
Yeah, so why did everybody think
got
that you
all
were
over
signed?
this.
No, everybody did think that you were signed to the Dream because the first time I saw you perform, it was a showcase that Dream was doing, and they were like, "This is Dream's new artist, August Alsina."
Nah, you know what, man? Dream, he played a big part in my career. When I went to Def Jam, he's an A&R up there, and he works at Def Jam, and he gave an okay, on my project. Like,
cosign.
yeah, like I rock with him.
Okay.
I'm
Did he
not-
give you beats? Did he write for you?
Nah.
Yeah, Dream ain't trying to help nobody that much. Dream trying to get back to his King R&B
Yeah,
status.
Dream the homie, but my situation was, it really was, pretty much together before I even came into the building. You heard me? It was what it was. My album, it was finished before I walked into Def Jam, so
Was it
everything
like a
okay.
bidding war for you?
I mean, we was between a few different labels, but I really, honestly, man, I really didn't come into the game for that. Like I didn't come in it for that because I know that if I do what I'm supposed to do, money gonna come.
That's
period.
what TLC thought too.
Hey,
3 RAV4s later.
Exactly.
I didn't get to see that movie.
It was a
I
good
didn't get to see
movie.
that.
It's a hard movie for recording artists. I mean, it turned out well, I guess. Yeah, it did.
It did.
Yeah.
Now I see that for you, like being raised and everything in New Orleans, you didn't come from a family where anybody was a musician.
August 2.
Oh, so you're like August the 3rd.
Now I'm a junior, but I never really knew my pops or my grandpa like that.
Oh, your pop's name was August.
Yeah.
Your grandfather's name was August.
Yeah, but my grandfather middle name was different. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That would still make him August the 3rd, wouldn't it?
No,
Nope.
because the first and middle name has to be the same.
Okay, gotcha.
But your father did pass away when you were pretty young.
Yeah, like Katrina days. Yeah.
Oh, you from New Orleans?
Yeah.
I can hear that.
Power 1051.
It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Got a special guest with us this morning. He has a #1 record out right now.
Word.
Mr. August Alsina. Good morning,
What's
sir.
poppin', man? How you doing?
So were you born in the month of August?
Nah.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, his father's name is August.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
Was
he's
he born in the
junior.
month of
that?
August?
Huh?
How you know that?
We do research.
That's cool.
Was he born in the month of August?
Nah, my grandpa name was